As I like to do with all my guests, I like to get a sense of how SEOs got into SEO. So with that said, how did you become an SEO professional?
It's actually quite a really long-winded story, believe it or not.
Go for it.
I actually I started off, I did a graphic design degree, and I was working for a little family Christmas lighting business, creating packaging for their products that they were getting in, and they ended up hiring an SEO company to do some work on the website. I'll not names with who that company was, but to be quite honest, it was almost like daylight robbery.
Wow.
And it was something that, you know, I hadn't really ever heard of or done before. Now, we're going back some years. I'll show my age, so I'm not going to say how long there. But at the same time, is like all they were basically doing was changing title tags and adding bits of content to a website. It wasn't even really structured. I don't think there was really any real strategy to it. There was no site structure going in there. There was no real internal linking strategy or anything in that. So myself and one of the other employees at the time decided that we could pretty much do this ourselves. So we kept looking at what they were trying to implement and where they were trying to implement it, and picking a different section of the site and doing that ourselves. Right. And we found that we were actually doing a better job on what we were doing than what they were doing through the points. So after a little while in convincing the company that we could do this ourselves without a problem, they got binned off quite quickly, and we did it, and they started making a lot of money. And then, being a small family business, what they did was started paying their children that work for the company like much bigger salaries than everybody else, buying themselves very expensive Ferraris and other things, and paying no one any better than what they were doing before. So from that, I sort of clocked, what am I doing earning this money when I could be doing something earning probably more money, where in another vertical slightly. So then I basically bounced around a couple of jobs doing SEO bits, looking after websites, and started building my skills and knowledge up a little bit to some extent, including like making static websites into e-com sites with the old PayPal buttons back in the day. Do you remember those drag and drop HTML codes that you could stick on pages? Good old Dreamweaver. We're going back some years here. Used to do that. Made, proof of concepts to actually buy proper e-com platforms for businesses that hadn't even really considered it for the products that they had, and then gone from there to agency to other in-house, and then gradually, things spiral over a period of time, and I end up where I am today. So currently, doing SEO for New Look and leading that entire project for I would say is a pretty big high street retailer. There's like 500 stores and a pretty sizable e-com store. So it's taken me from a very should we say self-taught initial journey up to what I think is a pretty solid position now. So I like to think I know what I'm doing nowadays. Every day's a school day, right? Yeah.
Especially with SEO, with it changing so much, there's always things to learn better, unlearn other things. It's always evolving, right?